The eighth utterance, when my revelations reach their peak, and when my judgment draws to an end, it will be the time when all my people are revealed and made complete. My footsteps tread across all corners of the universe world in perpetual search of those who are after my own heart and fit for my use. Who can stand up and cooperate with me? Man's love of me is too meager, and his faith in me is pitifully small. If the brunt of my words was not directed at man's weaknesses, he would boast and exaggerate, and would pontificate and concoct high-sounding theories, as if he was omniscient and all-knowing about matters upon the earth. Who still dares to boast among those who were loyal to me in the past, and who today stand fast before me? Who is not secretly delighted by their own prospects? When I did not expose directly, man had nowhere to hide and was tormented by shame. How much worse would it be when I speak through other means? People would have an even greater sense of indebtedness. They would believe that nothing could cure them, and would all be tightly bound by their passiveness. When man loses hope, the salute of the kingdom formally rings out, which is the time when the sevenfold intensified spirit begins to work as spoken of by man, when, in other words, the life of the kingdom officially begins on earth. That is, when my divinity comes forth to act directly, without being processed by the brain. All people become as busy as bees. It seems as if they are revived, as if they are roused from a dream, and as soon as they awake, they are astonished to find themselves in such circumstances. In the past, I said much about the building of the church. I revealed many mysteries, and when the building of the church reached its peak, it came to an abrupt end. The building of the kingdom, however, is different. Only when the battle in the spiritual realm reaches its final stage do I begin anew on earth. That is to say, it is only when man is about to draw back that I formally begin and raise up my new work. The difference between the building of the kingdom and the building of the church is that, in the building of the church, I worked in humanity that was governed by divinity. I directly dealt with man's old nature, directly revealed the ugly self of man, and exposed the essence of man. As a result, man came to know himself on this basis, and so was convinced in heart and by word. In the building of the kingdom I act directly in my divinity, and allow all people to know what I have and am based on the knowledge of my words, ultimately allowing them to achieve the knowledge of me who is in the flesh. Thus it brings to an end all mankind's pursuit of the vague God, and puts an end to the place of the God in heaven in man's heart, which is to say, it allows man to know my deeds in my flesh, and so concludes my time on earth. The building of the kingdom is aimed directly at the spiritual realm. In other words, the battle of the spiritual realm is made plain directly among all my people, and from this can be seen that all people are always warring, not just in the church, but even more in the age of kingdom, and that although man is in the flesh, the spiritual realm is revealed directly, and man engages with the life of the spiritual realm. Thus, when you begin to be faithful, you must properly prepare for the next part of my work. You should give over the entirety of your heart, and only then can you satisfy my heart. I care nothing about what man previously did in the church. Today, it is in the kingdom. In my plan, Satan has ever snapped at the heels of every step, and, as the foil of my wisdom, has always tried to find ways and means to disrupt my original plan. But could I succumb to its deceitful schemes? All in heaven and on earth serves me. Could the deceitful schemes of Satan be any different? This is precisely the intersection of my wisdom. It is precisely that which is wondrous about my deeds, and it is the principle by which my entire management plan is carried out. During the time of the building of the kingdom, still I do not avoid the deceitful schemes of Satan, but continue to do the work I must do. Among all things in the universe, I have chosen the deeds of Satan as my foil. Is this not my wisdom? Is this not precisely that which is wondrous about my work? On the occasion of the entry into the age of kingdom, tremendous changes occur in all things in heaven and on earth, and they celebrate and rejoice. Are you any different? Who does not feel as sweet as honey in their heart? Who does not burst with joy in their heart? Who does not dance with delight? Who does not speak words of praise? In all that I have talked of and spoken of above, do you grasp aims and origins of my utterances, or do you not? If I did not ask this, most people would believe that I am merely prattling on, and would be unable to locate the source of my words. If you ponder them carefully, you will know the importance of my words. You'd do well to read them closely. Which of them are not of benefit to you? Which of them are not for the sake of the growth of your life? Which of them do not speak of the reality of the spiritual realm? Most people believe there is no rhyme or reason to my words, that they lack any explanation and interpretation. Are my words really so abstract and unfathomable? Do you truly submit to my words? Do you truly accept my words? Do you not treat them as toys? Do you not use them as clothing to cover your ugly appearance? In this vast world, who has personally been examined by me? Who has personally heard the words of my spirit? So many people grope around in the darkness, so many pray in the midst of adversity, so many watch in hope whilst hungry and cold, so many are bound by Satan, yet so many know not where to turn, so many betray me amid happiness, so many are ungrateful, and so many are loyal to the deceitful schemes of Satan. Who among you is Job? Who is Peter? Why have I made repeated mention of Job? And why have I referred to Peter many times? Have you ever perceived my hopes for you? You should spend more time pondering such things. Peter was faithful to me for many years, yet he never grumbled or had a complaining heart, and even Job was not his equal. Throughout the ages the saints, too, have all fallen far short of him. He not only pursued the knowledge of me, but also came to know me during the time that Satan was carrying out its deceitful schemes. This led to many years of service that was after my own heart, as a result of which he was never exploited by Satan. Peter drew upon the faith of Job, yet he also clearly perceived his shortcomings. Although Job was of great faith, he lacked a knowledge of matters in the spiritual realm, and thus he said many words that did not correspond to reality. This shows that his knowledge was still shallow, and incapable of being perfect. And so, Peter always looked to gaining a sense of the Spirit, and always focused on observing the dynamics of the spiritual realm. As a result, he was not only able to ascertain something of my wishes, but also understood a little of the deceitful schemes of Satan, and thus his knowledge was greater than any other throughout the ages. From Peter's experiences it is not hard to see that if man wishes to know me, he must concentrate on the careful consideration in the Spirit. I do not ask that you devote a great amount to me externally. This is of secondary concern. If you do not know me, then all the faith, love and loyalty that you speak of are but illusions. They are fraud, and you are sure to become someone who makes great boasts before me but does not know himself, and thus you will once more be ensnared by Satan and unable to extricate yourself. You will become the son of perdition, and will become the object of destruction. But if you are cold and uncaring toward my words, then you undoubtedly oppose me. This is fact, and you do well to look through the gate to the spiritual realm at the many and varied spirits that are chastised by me. Which of them were not passive, and uncaring, and unaccepting toward my words? Which of them were not cynical toward my words? Which among them did not try to find a handle in my words? Which among them did not use my words as a defensive weapon with which to protect themselves? They did not pursue the knowledge of me through my words, but merely used them as toys to play with. In this, did they not directly oppose me? Who are my words? Who is my spirit? So many times have I posed such words to you, yet have your seeings ever been higher and clear? Have your experiences ever been true? I remind you once again, if you do not know my words, do not accept them, and do not put them into practice, then you will inevitably become the object of my chastisement. You will surely become a victim of Satan. February 29, 1992, the 9th